Alright, got some folks watching. Y'all see me and hear me? Let me know. Not getting any comments. Hello, Clark. What's going on? Hello, farm man. Alright, so we're up and going. I know everybody's probably wanting to watch the State of the Union address or whatever the heck it's called. Uh, this is going to be a short live stream because I am wanting to watch that myself because that's our public duty. And I feel like every citizen ought to watch it at least just to see what they say. And it's better to watch it because if you don't watch the stupid thing, you go watch the news, tell what they said, and you never know what you'll hear. So, not me. I don't blame you. Some people ain't going to. Went and got my bags for the soil test today from the county extension office. They went down. They got cheaper this year, $5 cheaper. And I cannot stress how important doing those is. If you're starting out in the hay business, or if you've never done before, at least try. I think 8 samples or 7 samples is like $45. It's worth it. What's going on, Jimmy Harris? I'm doing good. How about you? But yeah, it's just the information you get back from those is just hands down. And it's just so you can't replace it with anything else because you can buy all the good equipment you want in the world and everything, but if you don't get your soil right and the conditions right to grow a crop, it's not worth anything. I can make good hay with crappy equipment, but I can't make good hay with good equipment and crappy ground. But I'm interested to see tonight if they're going to say anything about farming for once. That'd be nice. They never mention any of that. On 6 acres, how many samples should I take? It just depends. If you want to do, I wouldn't do over. I mean, obviously the most is 8. I mean, you have to get so much dirt to fill a bag, and a bag generally holds about what a solo cup will. But I would probably do maybe 5, 6 samples across the field. You want to get your if you have an area in the field that's bad, you want to get it. Then you want to get in the medium areas, and then you want to get the good areas. If you have a large field, like a 100-acre field, if you're have something like that, or somebody does, you can do a grid in it, or just do sections of it. You can do like 10-acre sections. If you know which section's like 10 acres here, 20 acres there, and you can actually do a test and name it as sections and send it off, one bag for this section, one bag for that section. And then you can get it back and you can go rent you a fertilizer wagon and have the fertilizer, where you get your fertilizer from, mixed into the wagon, and then you go fertilize this section and that section and actually get till you get the field equal. And once you get the field equal, then you can do a broad fertilizer across the board if you want to get real technical with it. I know I've heard a lot of people doing grid stuff, but I don't know. You'd have to have a large farm really to get into that. But what's going on, Minnesota Oliver and Deer? But yeah, it's very important. See, the Heston inline. Another thing I didn't talk about with that, I'm going to be doing, is I've got to do dog bushings. I was talking to one of y'all the other day. A comment in an old video of mine said something about he put some on his, and I happened to look, and mine needs it, so I'm gonna put 4 of those on. And if you have an 1837 inline or a Massey inline, you've ever been feeding hay in it and you hear that popping racket when they go as the hay goes in, that's what it is. It's your dog's slapping against the chamber. They're supposed to have rubber bushings that deadens that. I mean, it's not going to hurt it bad if you do it a little while without them, but they need to keep them on them. Let's see. Good evening. You ever hit an animal mowing hay? I can't remember if I have, but I know my grandpa and dad have. Um, my grandpa has hit several. For some reason, I don't. I know I've hit mice and snakes and rabbits and everything like that. Everybody has, but our grandpa's actually killed baby deer before and turkeys sitting on a nest. If you're not careful and they're bedded down really in the hay that's real high, you can't see it happens. My dad's hung an antler in uh, a conditioner, and it locked the conditioner completely down. And then I think we've stuck an antler in a tire. One time running over it, and had to get it pulled out, and I don't think it punched all the way through. Seems like one did one time. We had to put a boot in one of the tires. Let's see. Have a 5460 Massey wanting to upgrade. What would you recommend? Um, it depends. If you're looking for a tractor with if your 5400 is like mine, it has the Dynashift in it. If you're looking for a Dynashift tractor, the 57 SL is the same thing as the 5400 was. Uh, if you're wanting a heavier tractor that costs a little less, is the 6700 series is a dang good tractor. I know you can buy a 6713, which is 130 horse for around somewhere around mid 70s, 80,000. But if you're wanting a fancier, heavier tractor, probably 6700S. That's what I'd like to have, but you're getting more up there into the close to the row crop tractors of that tractor, and that is going to cost you a pretty penny. 5700 SL is also going to cost a pretty penny. Now, if you want a tractor that's like the 5400, but without the Dynashift, the 5700 is a good tractor. It's basically a 4700 with a four-cylinder engine. I hit a turkey, damn thing started flopping like crazy dirt bike. Yeah, it will flop around. It's like cutting a chicken's head off. I mean, it'll dance around a little bit. uh, Jimmy Harris, how many acres y'all farm and how many y'all lease? Oh, it's classified. Can't tell you. Um, Competition reasons. We just don't want everybody, people around here get and everywhere get upset about stuff. So maybe more, maybe less. We do a lot. Too many for a 70-year-old man, a 50-something-year-old man, and a 20, soon to be 28-year-old. I can tell you that. It's about to kill me. I need an extra man, but I can't afford it. Clark Carroll, thanks. Love your channel. Thank you, Clark. Hey, I'm about to get my shop wired finally. That's something else that I haven't told yet. The shop's going to be wired up electrically. I've been y'all are jerry rigging it. We'll say last few probably a year and a half since I had that thing built. I've had extension cords run from the house all the way out there, and I'm finally going to get it wired so I can move my welder in there. And it's going to be set up nice. That's supposed to be coming. But what was something else I just thought of? Dang it. I was going to tell y'all. Whatever. But yeah, we got a lot of things coming that y'all don't know about yet. I'm having a hard time trying to keep what's secret and not slip it up and telling some of it. But there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We are planning on doing more squares this year. There's some big plans in order for that coming up that I'm pretty excited about. Um, but I just go ahead and tell you, I've got a demo lined up for something coming that's really going to help me out in that department. Um, I don't want to tell y'all yet because the suspense is killing me. But I don't want to tell you yet because it is a surprise. There's some other stuff going on too that we have made changes on. That there is a few hints on the Facebook page. I do put some content on that I normally don't on here. Uh, let's see. Dirt bike rider. One turkey I hit. She had babies. I grabbed one and put it in my chicken coop. If you ever can catch them and they're hatched, do that. Raise them up. I'd love to have some yard turkeys running around, but I ain't got none. Timber Farms. How many squares last year? And Bale Bandit. I would love to have a Bale Bandit. I know it's not a Bale Bandit. I can't afford one is the biggest thing. The other thing is too, I don't know what to do about that. I wish they would somebody would build an affordable uh, Bale bundler system like a Bale Bandit or a Bale Baron. They're just too expensive. I mean, they really are. Uh, the biggest problem I'm having right now is I thought about getting a Bale Bandit last year and going that route, but I've heard a lot of bad stories about the Bale Bandit, and it's the band system and everything having a lot of issues and being very dangerous. So I don't know if I want to go that route. And then the Bale Baron uses strings. The only thing about using those is I've noticed is the bales seem to sag bad, but because they can't really pack them in there tight. I wish somebody, a large company like Kuhn or Krone or Massey or somebody would develop one that's affordable and that's worth a crap. The Bale Baron is just stupid. I'm not paying $100,000 for one of them things. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Will Fagan need a stack wagon for an increased square bale production. My grandfather, my mom's dad, had one. He was the first person in this country to ever have one. The problem with a stack wagon for us is the problem I have with one is you can only put 100 and something bales on one. Then you got to drive all the way back here to the house because we don't have a lot of large fields right here up in the house. And then the other issue is you got to have a special delivery truck, and you have to make deliveries with those without of handling whatever it dumps off the stack wagon. Um, Say they hold 150, you have to take 150. You can't just take uh, a part of a stack and do it that way, or you have to do it by hand. The advantage of doing the grapple system is, or a bale bundler system, is they only have 20 bales in a pack. You can pull out a 20 bale pack, load it on a truck. Say a customer wants 20 or 50 bales, you can put 2 packs on and half a pack, and go that route. But it's just there's still not a good way of getting up square bales. If I was putting up large amounts of squares and I was loading tractor and trailers out, or somehow, I don't know, you'd really have to have a custom grapple made to fit a wagon to load into the trucks, but it's just a nightmare. Jimmy Harris. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. mm, uh, Timber Farms. Guy by me had a bale bearing. Keep getting hot in the bundles. Has for sale, 50,000. Yeah, I mean, still, $50,000. That's a lot of money. You're gonna have to be selling 20. Or I'd say before I would buy that and spend that kind of money, I'd have to be selling 30,000 squares plus, because you can efficiently do it with holster or coon or some kind of system like that with the grapples like I've got, doing less than that. Timber Farms, Coons Accumulator. I don't know. Dirt Bike Rider. Does Klaus make tractors? Yes, they do. Klaus does make tractors. They are supposed to be bringing those here. Um, and that's another thing. Everybody thinks I'm a massy nut. I am. But I also believe that a man can get too one-sided with a brand. And up until 7 years ago, all we had was one Massey on his farm, and it was the 383 until the 5400 came. Uh, Up till then, we had a Dulles, we had a McCormick, we had a Massey, we had a Mahindra, uh, we had something else. Oh, we had a Deere and another tractor. Um, but I'm waiting for the Klaus tractors to get here. I've heard that they are going to be expensive. They are good tractors from what I've read on them and heard. I would like to have a fence, but you can't find fence around here. I don't even think they sell them in our area or in the U.S., but I don't know for sure. Um, but I would like to have a Klaus. Another tractor I might try out if I wasn't doing Massey be a Case or a New Holland, probably. Or I'd probably go Case instead of New Holland just because I like red. Uh, Michael McTravis, Kubota's into making haying equipment. Yeah, it's uh, Vicon. That's all it is. Farmer Man 2004. I prefer Ford tractors over Mass Ferguson. New Holland makes some good tractors. A lot of people got scared of them in our area a while back because New Holland built. There's a certain year range there where they painted the inside of the fuel tanks, and a lot of people around here bought them, and then the paint come off on the inside of the tank, and it caused a nightmare. Timber Farms, lots of fence up here, but pricey. Yeah, that's the thing with fence. I mean, you're going to pay for them. They've got some of the best quality, high technology in them, but they're they're good tractors. They're just a fancy Massey or Challenger, really. Michael McTravis, Case's great tractors and construction equipment. I liked my Case Uniloader. I liked, we had a Case backhoe, 580D, I think's what it was. It was a great backhoe. I loved it. Would I trade it for the 310D John Deere? No. First tractor we ever had on this farm was a Ford. I know I've said that. I think Dad said it was a 2000. I think it was 2000. I don't remember. David Go, 3 baling operation in my area sells about 600 small square bales a month, mostly to horse owners. Well, if you've got hired help and extra help standing around, rebaling works. But for like me, and it's just me and my dad who's older, and my grandpa ain't gonna touch no squares. Uh, I can't do rebaling, and 600 a month wouldn't even justify paying for the thing for me. Timber Farms, what's a small square belt going for down there? They're going anywhere from feed store prices are going anywhere from $7 to $9 something a bale, depending on And that's fescue, regular quality horse hay. I mean, it's not nothing special. They're high at these feed stores around here. I don't know why. I'm not getting that. Uh, Sorry, y'all. I'm reading some of these questions, trying to. Somebody said something. I missed something. I don't know where it went. Yeah. If I was to get a accumulator system, the way it sits right now, I would do a 10 bale system like I'm using with the Maxillator, just because it would fit my grapples. Uh, I would want four straight and two cross for the tie. That's the only accumulator I'm going with. I do not like the 8 bale edge accumulators. I'm not going that route. I don't want one. I've seen the headache that they are loading and unloading, and I do not want anything to do with those style systems. I wish Holscher or somebody like that would make an actual table that had a swing arm to do a tie layer, or to do two on a sideways and then four straight or eight straight. So that way you could do the same pattern as the Max Layer. I wish Max Layer would build an accumulator, but I do like the looks of the coons. They're a real good looking system. Steffens makes a good system. It's expensive. Uh, who's the other one? The kind that drags across the ground. There's lots of those. I ain't real crazy about them because if I was on flat land, uh, I would use one of those because they're cheap to buy. But with our hills and terraces and everything, I can never run one of those. Oh Lord, Jimmy, you're beating me up here, man. Come on. Oh Lord, I can't tell y'all everything, man. Y'all gotta wait. Somebody asked me if there's any good stories. I got one good story. I really want to let my dad tell this. Um, David Goff. You ever heard of teff grass? Uh, I may have, and we call it something different here, but I don't know what teff grass is. But yeah, get back to the story. My dad's told me this story probably a million times, but my grandfather, my great grandfather, was terrified of fire. And one day he was out on the front porch asleep in a rocking chair. And my dad and his cousin got the wild hair. They had some smoke bombs. Well, they decided that they was going to light these smoke bombs and throw them under the front porch to scare my great granddaddy that lived in this house. And they went out and they threw two smoke bombs. I think he said it was two underneath the porch. Dad said it nearly caught the place on fire. And my great granddaddy was sitting on the porch asleep. And Dad said it got smoked up something awful. He woke up, jumped up, went screaming. Tell My great grandmother, they always called her Granny. Hollering for Granny, get out of the house, get out of the house. He went flipping out. He about fell off the porch. Tried to get out off away because he was scared to death. And my dad and his cousins laying over on the ground. He seen him. He went running after him, trying to catch him. He gonna beat their rear ends. They never could catch him, but he thought she was at home. She went to town and left, and he was terrified. And my daddy said he'll never forget that as long as he lives. But my dad used to get in some trouble too. Pratt's greenhouse. How many acres do you farm? A lot. Michael McTravis, we're looking to replace the deers in New Hollands because lots of problems with it, even plowing snow, which is a pain and not good service from them both, which we're planning to replace. Well, you don't want a Kubota, I tell you that, from my experience. You don't want one. Case, I don't know. There to me it seems like Case and New Holland's on the turnaround coming back. The quality got bad there for a while. Uh, Farm man, I think we are going to be broke in the next couple years. Probably be forced to sell 35 acres. Yeah, farming's not doing good. It's not. We're on the downside. A lot of that's country of origin on the beef for the cattle, corn and stuff. Same crap. Government taking advantage of us, and it's. I ain't getting into all that. Haggard Farms, how's the weather been down there? It's been cold. This past week, it actually got up to about in the 40s. Most days it stayed in the 40s. We had a few days it got up about 50, and I think 1 or 2 days it got up in the 60s there for a while. Probably the last week and a half. We're about to get cold again. But most winter we've had a lot of cold weather. We've had more cold weather this winter than we've had in a long time. But alright, y'all, that's it for tonight. I gotta wrap this up. The dress is about to come on. Go watch that, even if you don't like to watch it. Hear what the man has to say without the news trying to tell you what he's got to say, and get it from the person who's saying it, not from somebody else who's telling you what they said. David Goff, I watched some of your videos where you're mowing hay with Johnson grass. Yes, you cannot give it away. You can't give it away here. We can't get rid of it. That's the problem. It's not that I want to bale it. I've made multiple videos this year of me spraying it to kill it. It's a pest that I can't get rid of. Believe me, I would not bale it if I didn't have to. And anybody that says, "Oh, cows love Johnson grass," I can go to any of my farms right now. If I take a bale of hay that's got Johnson grass in it, and when I pull up the next day after feeding, there'll be Johnson grass in the bottom of the ring. It never fails. It'll have a foot and a half of Johnson grass where they ate everything but the Johnson grass and left it there. They'll eat Johnson grass if they have absolutely nothing else to eat. And if that's all you've got, you can make it through the winter on it. But they do not like it, and I don't care what anybody says. I hate that crap. Alright, I gotta go. See y'all. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. If you got any more questions. But I'm going to get off here because I know some people's wanting to watch it, and the president's about to walk in. So see y'all. Thank you.